Start recording. Okay. Keep forgetting Eggman here. He does not eat pork. That would be cannibalism if he did. He's the first robot we hired here at the company, and he's very efficient. He doesn't say a lot, but he's all about the breaks. He lets you know when it's time to take your break. So there we go, 25 minutes. Wait. Recording 25 minutes. Alright. So that's our episode. Eggman's gonna let us know it's time to clock out. He likes to go take his breaks. We've also, the last episode, we finally got to put one of these in. I kind of was off yesterday, but we're going to try and finish these. We're trying to do 16 episodes a day. So I think this is number 7 or number 8 from where we started yesterday morning. So really we got like a half shift in yesterday. And then another episode today. Anyways, we're making progress. If I finish all these quarters, we're going to quit recording and call it a day. How many we got left? It's like a marathon of coding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly 8. So that's 4 hours. So 9 o'clock in the morning, we're starting in a half shift day. Alright, so we got Eggman and quarters, and let's go back to what I really want to do. I think I got some understanding over the last little bit. We got it to show databases, and there's 4. I want to know which one I'm in. So, use mean. So if I tell it use chapter 4, let's switch to another database. Okay, so it's going to use whichever one I tell it to. So let's go back into our command prompt. We can see chapter 4 there, so let's tell it use chapter 4. Switch to database chapter 4. Okay. I think I finally got this. So the original command we started trying to look up, understanding, we were going to insert this user. To do that, I think it's another page or down. Forgot our orange check, but it'll get us the next page. Okay, we got the collections, database, post, insert. It's kind of close to what we want, but okay, database is a variable. Post, find. I don't think there's anything in here yet. Post, find. Let's just try that and see what it gives us. I'm curious now. Post, find. So I think we need to change post to like users, database, users, insert. I think is what we need. So let's try this one first. Because I think instead of post being a directory, we'd make a directory of users. That's maybe how that works. So let's go back to the command prompt again. Database, post. Users, insert. We inserted one. Yay! We learned something this morning. That was worth the quarter, I'm sure of. Okay. Right result, inserted 1. So now, what was the next command after that? It gave us database post find. So let's try database users find. Database is a variable, kind of like a this. So chapter 4, users find method. There he is. That's the dude we inserted. Right? No. First post. Title first post. That's weird. It's not weird, but it is weird. Okay. No, title first post. Okay, that is what we inserted. So we inserted it and then we found it. Database users insert. Users insert, users find. First post, user Bob. Title, yeah, title, first post, user Bob. Okay, we're fine. We're not so weird. How are we on time? Just getting started. We got 20 minutes to go. Let's get back to before we were supposed to be at in the book. We got our check marks down to Mongoose. Understanding Mongoose schemas. So it was telling us to I got further than that. Actually, we got. So all this is still code. Here it is. Yeah, this is what I was trying to. So we're gonna put these two together. It's copy this. Back to our command prompt. I'm ready to make some breakfast after this. I've had a cup of coffee, but it's time to maybe cook some eggs next. Let's up arrow gives us our last command. So we did database users find. We did database users insert. Let's change what we're inserting. So we'll go from a quotation mark back to quotation mark. No, because the quotation marks are part of the title. You know what? It's doing the brackets too. It's inserting because those are part of the method. So let's do it from bracket to bracket. So we're going to insert in that method database users insert. Let's see how that works. Invalid property at shell. Let's try this again. Okay, that's 4. Let's try using let's go down here. Paste. Okay, we're trying to paste that. Trying to insert that into the users. That would be in the history. It's probably in this one. I got 2 different copies of the book open. Let's keep one on our current page and one on our reference page. Okay. This right here. Trying to replicate that command but with different input. So we'll take that over to that's fine. Let's do a new. We won't even save this. Okay, we're trying to mix that. Mix a little bit of this with a little bit of that. But we're trying to put this set of brackets in place of that set of brackets. Bam. So much better. Even through the beautify on it. So let's take that. No, let's not cut. Let's just copy, which it should have now. I cut and undid the cut, I think. Maybe not. Take that into our command prompt. We don't need this anymore. We're just going to do it here. I will paste. Don't want to mess that file up either. So just delete that up. Back. Okay, let's just do a new one here. We'll have it on both machines and probably delete it off both. So that's our command we're trying to put in. And we're doing this command prompt here. Inserted one. Okay, so now if we go back to the commands we've been using. Database. Oh, I inserted in post. It's funny. So what we really wanted, it's fine, it's how we're learning. I didn't want to insert it in post. I wanted to insert it into users. So that's worth putting in our notes. Let's go back to what episode are we on? 20. Two separate command prompts. That was episode 26. So we're probably recording episode 27 right now. Chapter 5, Understanding Mongoose Schema. Creating the user schema and model. I think we moved past that. We jumped over it some more, so we'll leave it in there. May have to go back a video to catch it. But this is part of it right here. For sure, man. Just plug that little block in there and like save that so it like beautifies and all, and it's like perfect and it's like wonderful, and you just don't know. You just don't know. Alright, so yeah, we just inserted that. Let's go back to the command prompt and see what we can play with here. Minify here. So, did we insert it right yet? We only inserted it once, so let's insert again. Not the break. I guess that's the way to do it. Inserted one. Okay, so now we're going to go back to users find. And there he is. 13 minutes. We're doing good. Alright, let's press forward. Another way to test your application would be to execute. So are we using Mongoose? Are we in the Mongoose shell? So we're at in this. Introducing Mongoose. Understand. So I guess we just inserted that with Mongoose. Okay, another way to test your application would be to execute the following curl command in your command line tool. First name, last name. Let's see, what is it? Application. Is it delete? Curl D. Curl. I used curl a little bit in a PHP. I don't remember what the dash X post. I don't know if it's deleting what we just posted. We've got the dash X, dash H, and dash D. I kind of have to look those up in the formatting. Content type application JSON. Content type application JSON. Okay. Oh, it's all this. Username, password. I didn't say that it went on. Localhost 3,000 users. Another way to test your application would be to execute the following curl command in your command line tool. You're going to execute many different HTTP requests to test your application. For Mac, OS X and Linux users, curl is a useful tool, but there are several other tools specifically designed for this task. We recommend that you find your favorite one and use it from now on. Because as far as curl, to me it seems like curl and npm would be the same thing, but maybe I'm misunderstanding that. So I don't know. I think this command is another way of doing that. It looks like it's inserting out. If it was a delete, I think it could refer to it with like the whole object and not refer to all the data that it's putting in there. So first name first, and you know what? Password, username, email, example.com. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is an example of that in a different language. I mean, it's still JSON, but it's using a curl connection instead of a mongoose connection, I suppose. Another way to test your application would be to execute the following. Test your application would be to execute the following command in your command line tool. A little fuzzy on that. Finding multiple user documents using find. The find method is a model method that retrieves multiple documents stored in the same collection using a query and is a mongoose implementation of the Mongo database find collection method. To understand this better, add the following list method to your file. It's probably already there. Let's read it. Start at the top and read it. Exports list, which is equal to function request response next. So user find error users. If error, return next. Else response status 200 JSON users. What if there's only 150 JSON users? You don't know. That's why you do a query and ask. Okay, so we copied that. We got about 10 minutes, 8 minutes left. So we copied that. I bet it's already going to be in our controller JS file. Let's look and see. App controllers. Which one did it say? Users? I think so. User server controller JS. User server controller JS. And it was wanting us to put something in here. File's a little bit bigger than I was expecting. Let's do, here's the easy way. We'll do it. Exports list. Copy. I was thinking it'd have a find. Another window would, but we're not in the browser window. No, didn't find it. What am I doing wrong? Didn't change anything. Create, delete, list, user by ID. Create. So it's got a few in there that's already have what we're looking for. Exports list. Let's just read it the old fashioned, let's just read it manually. Yeah, right here, exports list. Duh. Alright, what's it say? Add the following list method. Export list function. User find error users. If error, return next. Let's add some comments. Else, let's read the comments. That'll help. Create a new list controller method. Use the user static find method to retrieve the list of users. Call the next middleware with an error message. Use the response object to send a JSON response. Okay. So as predicted, they had already added it because I've just copied their file. If we was using the copy from 3, but that's not what we're running in. We went ahead and copied their 5, which has everything from the end of the chapter we're reading into, so it was already there. 21 minutes. Note how the new list method uses the find method. Right here, it's the find method. And it goes all the way down to there. And it's wrapped in this one. It goes all the way down to there. So that bracket to that bracket. But this parentheses wraps those parentheses and that bracket and all the way down to this parentheses. So right there it's using the find, that whole thing that I had highlighted is using the find, user find. It's defining it right there. It's like an anonymous function. Use find. And here's the definition of that anonymous function. Down to that bracket. Pass in these arguments to that set of brackets. So if error, return next error. Find it, feed it, find it, feed it. If error, return next error. Else, response status, JSON users. Okay, I kind of get that. Note how the new list method uses the find method to retrieve an array of all the documents in the users collection. To use the new method you created, you'll need to register a route for it. So go to your app routes and change it to look like what is shown in the following. So we're going to use the constant users require. Change it to look like what is shown in the following code snippet. Alright, let's go to that first. App routes users. File open. App routes users. Okay, and it's saying change it to look like constant users. Constant users require. Okay, module exports. Yes, Mr. Eggman. Be right there, Mr. Eggman. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Eggman. Module exports function app route users, post users create, get users list. Okay, we're good on that. Where are we at? Yeah, we're not even like close to the end of this page, so we'll put a break there. But we're on course. We don't have any bugs. We're just working through our understanding and understanding a little bit more as we go. Did we put a quarter in for this episode? Or was that for last episode? I don't remember. I think that quarter was actually for last episode. I just wanted to be on camera when I did it. So this quarter is for this episode. This starts the beginning of a 4-hour shift, and the first half hour's in the books. So that should leave us 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. We got 7 more little sprints. 25-minute Pomodoros. And Mr. Eggman will let us go home for the day. Alright. See you guys soon.